So in this video, I will explain how to write the CNC program, the manual program in the CNC lathe machine. CNC lathe machine. So this is my drawing. This is the center line, and this the diameter of the workpiece that is given, that is 6.00. Then this step, this is 4.00, and this final step, this is 2.00. And here there is an arc, the radius is 0.20, and here there is a chamfer, and this distance is 0.25. So here there is another arc, that radius is 0.40, and here there is another arc, that is 0.40, and here there is an arc, that is radius is 0.15. And this length from this end to this step, the distance is 5. And the first step, this distance is 2. And this from this to this is again 2. So this total distance is this distance is 4. So 5 plus 4, that is total distance, that is 9. So this is my drawing. So my first step is I have to create the first step. I have to create the first step from this. So this diameter is 6. This diameter is 6, and I will create this first step. So this is 5, 4, and this total distance is 4. This total distance is 4. So that is the first step. Okay, so this is 6, this is 6, and this is 4, and this distance is 4. And the reference, this end represents the Z0, and this outer of this workpiece, that represents X6. So this is X6. So what about the diameter? Here the diameter is 6. So this line represents X6, and this end represents Z0, and this is the center line. This is the center line, that is X0. Center line is X0. And then the direction. So this is Z0. So from this line to the right side direction, that is Z positive, and from this to this side, this is Z negative. So whatever values you given to the right side from this Z0, that is you have to given that Z value as positive value, and whatever Z values you are given into this side, you have to given that as Z negative. So that is one important point. Then the next thing is, so this is X6 and this is X0. The center line represents X0. So beyond the center line, that will be negative, and from this center line to this direction, that is X positive. So this line represents X6. So when tool move to this side, that means X7, again X8, x9 like that. So positive x. So these are positive x. So from this x0 to here, this is x negative. Okay, that is x negative. So these are the two important things. Okay, so here you can see G01 x5. This diameter is x6. So now I am given this line G00 Z5. What is Z5? So this is Z0. So Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5. That means this is the safe distance. This Z5 is the safe distance from workpiece. Safe distance from workpiece. Safe distance from workpiece. Safe distance from the workpiece. And then G01 X5. Okay, so this is X5 and Z0. So tool will reach here. Tool will reach here. That is this line. Okay, tool will reach here. This point is Z0 and the diameter is X5. X5 Z0. X5 Z0. The outer diameter is X6. So this is X5 and this is Z0 and feed is 0.1. So now this is the tool's position. So from this point G0 Z minus 1. This is Z0. So tool will move from this to up to here. So what about this distance? 4. So minus 4. So tool will reach here. Now this diameter changed to 5. So initially the diameter is 6. Now the diameter changed to 5. Then after that I will retract the tool. Okay, so now the tool is in contact with the workpiece. So I just enter X7. X7 means tool will retract into, say, this position. That means this is again safe distance. This is again safe distance. This is again safe distance. Then Z5 again, this is safe distance. Safe distance. This is safe distance. Then G01 X4. So X4 means, so tool will reach here. X4 and Z0. So this is Z0 and this line represents X4 and feed is 0.1. Then from this point to, what about the Z value? Z value is 4. So I will enter Z minus 4 and feed 0.1. Okay. And finally, this is the safe distance. This is the safe distance. Safe distance means there will be some gap between the tool and the workpiece. That is called a safe distance. That is called a safe distance. Safe distance. So the first step is completed. So that is the first step. Then the next step is so first step is completed. So this is the first step. So first step is completed. That means this diameter is 4 and this length is 4. Then the next is I will cut the second step. So second step means this is 2 and this distance is 2. Okay. So the diameter is 2 and this distance is 2. Okay. Yeah. Here I will draw. This is my workpiece. So this is the workpiece and this is 2. This is 2 and this is 2. Okay. So this length is 4. This distance is 4. And this diameter is already 4. So I have machined this diameter into 4. So G01 X3. So X3 is at 0. X3 is at 0. So this line, this end line, this line is the Z0 line, Z0 and X3. So this is X4 and here So this is x3 z0, and then I will tell the tool to move up to only 2. That means from this to this direction, that is z negative. So I will enter z negative and feed 0.1. Then I will retract the tool. That means this is the safe distance. Safe distance means there will be a gap between the tool and the workpiece in the x as well. There will be no contact. That is called a safe distance. There will be no contact between the tool and the workpiece. That is the safe distance. Then after that, x2 here, x2 is at 0. So this is x2 is at 0, and I will tell the tool move to up to z2. So this direction, in the left direction, that's why the sign of this z value is negative. So from this to here, up to here, that means z minus 2. So now the diameter is changed to 2, and finally this is the safe distance. This is the safe distance. Safe distance means z5, so this is z0. So in the right side, z1, z2, z3, z4, z5. Okay, and the x value is, so this is x6, and x7 means somewhere here. So x7 z5 somewhere here. Okay, x7 z5. That means this is the safe distance. This distance, this is called safe distance. There will be no contact between the tool and the workpiece. Okay, so that step number 2 is completed. Then the next is so step number 2 is completed. Then I will, so there is an arc. So there is an arc at this end. There is an arc at this end. There is an arc at this end, and the radius of this arc is r0.20. So I have to machine an arc here in this end. So that is the next step. Okay. So I will draw this. I will draw an arc here. So okay, like this. Okay, so there is an arc. So this radius is r0.20. Okay, so this is the end. This line represents the z0 line. So from this z0 line to here. So what about this line? So this line is x2, because this diameter is 2. Because this diameter is 2. Okay, so this diameter is 2. This end diameter is 2. So this line represents x2. And what about this distance? This distance is 0.20. This distance is 0.20. And also this distance is 0.20. 0.20. Okay, so I will position the tool to z minus 0.20. So this is z0. So z minus 0.20, and the x value is 2. So that means that this is the tool's position here. Here, this is the tool's position. I will write TP. So TP means tool's position. That means x is equal to 2. So this is x is equal to 2. And what about the z value? Z value is minus 0.20. Then tool will make an arc here. That means the tool will move like this. So that is called a circular interpolation in the clockwise direction. That is G02. Okay, so that is G02. That is G02. So in this direction, so this work, in the lathe machine, this workpiece is actually rotating. This workpiece is actually rotating. So here here this arc is developed in this side as well as this side, both sides. Okay, so this arc will develop in both sides because this workpiece is rotating. So this is the starting point and this is the end point. This is the end point. So the path will be G02. So G02 means that is the circular interpolation in the clockwise direction. Okay, so tool will move in the clockwise direction. Then what is the X value and what is the Z value? Okay, so X value will be, so this here you can see this arc radius is 0.20. So 0.20 material the removal from both sides, so I have to minus this 2 with the, so that is 2 minus 0.20 minus 0.20, so that value is 1.6. So I will enter X value as 1.6. So now the tool's position is X2. So the tool will move to X 1.6. And what about the Z value? Z is actually 0.20. That Z will go to this end. That means Z is 0.0. Z is equal to 0.0. And when if you give the arc, there will be parameters. Okay, so X parameter, that is called I, Y parameter, that is called J, Z parameter, that is called K. Okay, so here in the case of lathe, there is no Y axis, so there is no Y parameter, only two parameter. In the case of lathe, only two axes, only X and Z axis. That means I parameter and I and K, only I and K. So I means, so this is the starting point, and what about the center? So this is the center. This is the center. This is the center. So this gap, this distance, you have to enter in the right parameter. So this axis, what about this axis? Is it X axis or is it Z movement? So this is the X movement. In the case of lathe, this is the X movement, and this movement is the Z movement. So what is the X parameter? That is I. So I, then this is the tool's position and this is the origin. So it is in the downward direction. So that's why I will enter I minus 0.20. Okay, I minus 0.20. K, there is no Z movement. Z movement means this is the tool's current position and where is the origin, that distance, that is called that value you have to enter into the parameter. Okay, so there is no Z movement from this this is the tool's position and this is the origin. Only this distance you have to enter, this distance. So this is the X axis. So I will enter I, X parameter I as minus 0.20 and K 0.0, F is 0.1. And so this arc will be developed here, and this is the safe distance. This is the safe distance. Okay, that means Z is equal to 5. So Z is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So safe distance. There will be some gap between the workpiece and the tool. So that arc is completed. Then the next step is, what is the next step? Next step is I have to cut a chamfer here. I have to cut a chamfer here. So here there is a chamfer, here there is a chamfer, and this distance is given. This is 0.25. This distance is given 0.25. So that is the next step. Okay, so I will draw here. So this is okay. So this is 4, and this is 2, and this is the chamfer, and this is the distance 0.25. This is the distance 0.25. So I will position the tool x2, and what about this distance? This total distance is 2. This total distance is 2. Okay. And I will position the tool x is equal to 2 and z is equal to minus 1.75. Okay, so that means 2 minus 0.25. So this is the position of the tool. Here, this is the position of tool. This is the position of tool. x2 and z minus 1.75, f 0.1. Then I will tell the tool to move to this point. This is the end point. This is the end point. Okay, so this is the end point. So what about the x value and what about the z value? Okay, so z value is minus 2. So now the tool's position is z is equal to minus 1.75. I will move the tool to z value minus 2. That means up to here. And what about the x value? So now this x is 2. Now this x is 2, and here this is the chamfer 0.25 both sides. So 2 plus 0.25 plus 0.25. That means 0.5. That is equal to 2.5. So I will enter x value as 2.5. Okay. So I will enter x value as 2.5 and the z value is minus 2. So tool will move from to reach here. So chamfer will cut on both sides. Chamfer will cut on both sides. Feed value 0.1. And after chamfering, there will be a safe distance. There will be a safe distance. That is x7 and 5.0. That is the safe distance. Okay. Then so chamfer is completed. Then the next is next is I have to make an arc here. Okay, so I have to make an arc here and here, here and here. So the radius is r 0.40. That is the radius. Okay. So okay. So I will. Okay, so this radius is 0.40. Okay, so what about this diameter? This diameter is 4. This diameter is 4. So this line represents x4. So what about this diameter? This diameter is 2. So this line represents x2. This line represents x2. What about this end? This end is z0. This end is z0. Okay, so I will position the tool x4. That means x4, that is this line, and z is equal to minus 2.4. Minus 2.4 means, so this distance is given. This is 2. So 2 plus this arc radius. So what about this distance? This is 0.4. So 2 plus 0.4, that is 2.4. So this is the position of the tool. This is the TP, tool's position. x4 and z minus 2.4, and feed is given 0.1. Then I will tell the tool to move here. Okay, using the movement is actually circular interpolation, that is arc. That means G02 in the clockwise direction. In the clockwise direction. So G02, this distance. So I have to minus this 4 minus 4 minus 0.4 minus 0.4. So that is equal to 3.2. Okay, so that is equal to 3.2. So I will enter this value 3.2 and z. So this Z is already given. So this is 2. Okay. So this is X 3.2 Z 2 Z to this point. And what about the I parameter and K parameter? So this is the tool's position, current position, and this is the origin. This is the origin. So this is the x distance. This is the x distance. So I have to enter the x parameter I. Okay. So I value is 0.40, and this is in the downward direction. That means minus 0.40. So there is no distance given from this tool's position to this origin. Only the x moment, no z moment. So the k parameter, you have to enter the k parameter as 0.0. Okay. So the parameter value, you have to enter the parameter value by checking what is the tool's current position and what about the origin. Where is the origin? Tool's current position and the origin. So this distance, this is the x distance. So x parameter you have to enter. So no z parameter, that is k parameter is 0. And finally that arc is cut. Then this is the safe distance. 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 Then what next? So then here there is an arc 0.40. Okay. So that is step number, step number 6, this arc 0.40, step number 6, step number 6. Okay, so I will draw this. Okay, so here there is an arc. Here there is an arc, and this radius is r 0.40. This radius is 0.40. So this, okay, so this, what about this diameter? So this is x2, this diameter is 4, this is x4, this diameter is 6. So this line represents x6. So I will position the tool x4, that is the x4 line, and z is equal to minus 3.6. Okay, minus 3.6 means this total distance is given, that is 4. So here there is an arc radius is minus 0.40. So I will minus it, 4 minus 0.40. So that is 3.6. So this is the Z0 line. So from this to this direction, that is Z negative. So that means Z minus 3.6. So X4 minus 3.6. Then I will, so now this is the tool's position. Okay, so I will draw here. I will draw here. So this is X4 line, and this is X4, and this point, this point is X4 and Z minus 3.6. This is the point. This is the point. So I will tell this tool to this point. This is the end point. This is the end. So from this to here, this is the end point. So this moment will be, this is again this is the clockwise direction. So this is G02. So this is G02, and this is the tool's position, and this is the origin. Okay, this is the tool's position and this is the origin. So this is this represents the x parameter value, and this is in the upward direction. So I have to enter the x parameter as positive value. Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, here this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is I 0.40. I 0.40. K is 0.0. Okay, so this is wrong. Here, this, please correct it. I 0.40 and K is 0.0. So 2, this is the x value. What about the x value? X is, so this is 4 plus the arc radius 0.4 plus 0.4, that means 4.8. And the z value, z is here, this position, z is 4. So from x 4.0 and z minus 3.6, move the tool to x 4.8 and z minus 4.0. Okay, so I hope it's correct. So finally, this is the safe distance. This is the safe distance. This is the safe distance. Okay, and finally, step number 7. Step number 7, this is the arc. Okay, so here this is the arc, 0.15. 0.15. Okay, so this is x6, this is x4, and this is 0.15. This is 0.15. So I will position the tool x0 and z. Okay, so this distance is 4, that is given 4 plus this radius, that is 0.15. So that is z minus 4.15. x6, that means this line, and z minus 4.15, feed is given 0.1. Then this is the tool, this is the tools position, this is the TP, this is the tools position, and this is the end position, this point. Okay, so this movement will be an arc, that is you have to enter G02. So G02, this x value, so this x value means the total diameter is 6, so 6 minus 0.15 minus 0.15. Okay, so that means 6 minus 0.3, that is equal to 5.7. So x is 5.7 and z value, this line represents z is equal to 4, that means minus 4, z minus 4. Then what about this is the tools portion and this is the origin, and this line, this is the x and x parameter. You have to enter x parameter value, and the downward direction, that means negative. So I minus 0.15, K 0.0, feed 0.1, that is given. So the arc is completed, and this is the safe distance. Safe distance. Okay, and finally, this is the footer. Okay, so this is the footer, G28U0W0. So turret go to the home position, turret to home position, and coolant off program end. Okay, program end. So that is the footer. And in the starting, that there is a header, that means this is the header. Okay, so again here you can see the turret go to G28U0W0, turret to home position. Once turret reaches the home position, then I will select the tool. Okay, so tool number 1. Then the maximum speed 2500 RPM, constant surface cutting speed as 100, M03, clockwise direction, spindle clockwise direction. Then after that, the different operations like step turning, then arc cutting, chamfer, etc. Okay, so thank you.